We do a lot of grazing tables basically because it adds an element to an event with a lot of color pops and a lot of different fruits and vegetables and what have you. The difference between your grazing tables and your charcuterie are your grazing tables are generally a lot larger and a lot more expansive. Made about 20 lobster tails because I want to make sure that I select the best ones for all of the ladies before we start doing the salad. And we're going to trim those up a little bit and just make this evening as special as possible. So these lobster tails were poached in butter, a little bit of lemon, some tarragon, and a little bit of white wine. This is our lobster and cucumber salad. If you notice, there is a cucumber base. This particular salad is unique to this event. I created it just for this event and probably, quite honestly, won't see it again. And this is the mushroom risotto. And so I added a couple cheeses to this. I added some mascarpone cheese to give it a little bit of velvety texture. And then we also added a little bit of truffle oil and a porcini cream. One of the other things that we're going to be using tonight are black truffles. These are from a company that I've got a brand deal with, Urbani. These are 2 ounces, 1 ounce each. Now, these truffles, today is a Friday. These truffles were in the ground in Italy on Saturday. So they ship them to you extremely quickly. A 1 ounce black truffle will go for anywhere, depending on the species, anywhere from $150 to $350. So now we're going to lighten it up a little bit. We're going to do a fish course, okay? So we're going to do Chilean sea bass, which has been vacuum marinated for about 48 hours. We did a little bit of lemon, a couple different types of thyme, and just some olive oil, just to kind of keep it moist. But Chilean sea bass, if you've ever had it before, is one of the most naturally moist, flaky fishes out there. So it's going to be super, super light. And we've got that sitting on our mashed potato puree. I used a couple different types of mashed potatoes for it. And we had it surrounded by a reduction of raspberries and red wine. All right, so we just did some very simple lamb chops, marinated them for I think 72 hours, 96 hours, something like that. And when we marinate, especially proteins, we vacuum seal them because air is kind of like the enemy to marinating and to flavors as well. So we try to make sure that we lock in all of it. So we marinated those with some rosemary, some olive oil, and some pomegranate seeds. And we did some what we call basil carrots. Our basil carrots are carrots that were roasted with basil and a little bit of honey. And then we have some asparagus. And for everyone that has a recipe for asparagus, tell them they lied. There ain't no recipe for asparagus. Salt, pepper, lemon juice. That's it. So there you have it, 6-course meal in the books. We had our grazing table at the very beginning, We had our fish course, we had a lobster course, we had a risotto course, we had a lamb course. We also had vegans and vegetarians. We had nut allergies. We also had some lactose intolerance. Oh man, that's what I live for. To be able to serve so many different people with so many different flavors and so many different backgrounds. On to the next event.